40. Oh, I wasn't expecting the recording.
Yeah.
Discussed orders, man.
Just in case the audience is curious, Tyler has been counting numbers for like a good solid 5 minutes.
Also, Gaff, go to hell. I'm sorry.
No, Gaff, stay.
I immediately felt that.
Gaff typed in the chat 137 because Tyler.
Is it that noticeable?
Sometimes, yeah.
3. There you go.
Like, Tyler, your accent is so heavy.
That?
When you say the word color, I can hear the U.
Tyler, you're so British.
Better hear that you. I meant it.
Color.
That makes it French.
You're French.
Oh, fucking got me? I'm not quite sure if that counts.
Well, I mean, France is in the European Union, right? So, let's do the countdown.
Fucking... Wow. Let's not bring politics into this. By the way, how's Brexit going? Yeah.
Well, so, countdown.
Yeah, whatever.
3, 2, 1... Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Shifty podcast. I'm Luís, aka SpartanSloth, and today we have...
Tyler.
Gaff! Damn it, I knew that was going to happen.
This is what happens when we don't say, who's going to go in what order?
Mayhem!
Anarchy!
And DaCuban, you're not Tyler, you're Ty. Don't get us confused, it's going to get real hard to...
I'm American you.
Oh, God. I don't know. I could just imagine like American flags everywhere.
Wait.
What?
Let's just make sure we're right about that. Cuban, how do you say 33?
How do I say what? Sorry?
33.
33.
Yep, that's proven. You're American, Tyler.
Oh, but is there really that much of a noticeable difference? Do I have to explain this every time we get to like episode 30 something? It's like you can't say that number. So we're going to poke fun at it for 10 solid episodes.
I
Look,
personally
we don't really have a lot
love
to
it,
talk
and
about.
I don't want you to stop saying it.
Yeah,
I just
Tyler,
like it when you say
we
it.
like you just like you are.
Uh-huh.
What? You like me the way
What?
I am?
Kindness?
But I've been an asshole so far. And you're like, I like you the way you are.
Nah, because it's easier to make fun of the 33 thing.
I'm pouting. You can't see it, but it should be audible.
All right, so I just posted the topics in the chat.
Oh, those are the topics.
Yeah, because I kind of want to know what's going on, Tyler. Because, first topic. It's meeting artsy friends IRL. That's in real life, for those of you who don't know. The thing is, Vic went to Tyler's city to visit him. I almost said the name of your city, sorry about that.
It's fine.
And they haven't updated any of us about anything, and I'm so curious. I'm pretty sure they're plotting to kill me, so that's why.
Way to leave the guests out. I mean, that question could be put to them first.
That's actually for everyone, but it's
just go over here.
That's pretty much what motivated me, Tyler, to use this as a topic. That's what I'm explaining. But yeah, we can all join in on the conversation.
If we had visuals for this podcast, it would be me trying to explain it and Gaff and DaCuban playing patty cake in the corner somewhere. It's just in the distance.
We're having a great time.
Hey, way to leave me out of your imagination, Tyler.
You're the only one listening. Like, even the audience wants to play with DaCuban and Gaff.
Wow.
Where should I start? Like, what we got up to? Or what do you want to know?
Everything, Tyler. I'm curious.
I'm going to make this a long podcast about 3 days long, yeah? We just basically goofed off around town for 2 days straight. That was pretty much it. I thought it was going to be super awkward at first, but as soon as Muggsy came down the train station that we have in our town. Well, fuck it, I live in Reading. There you go. As soon as she met me
God,
there, it was
I thought you lived in Zimbabwe.
Yes, I do. Anyway, it took a nanosecond of just saying hi to one another before it was like, oh yeah, this is the goofball that I've talked to for 3 or 4 years now. So it's weird. I've never ever had something like where you've been able to click with someone almost immediately, despite never seeing them in real life before. And of course, the first thing she mentions is that I'm 6'4".
And then the 33 thing.
No, she just looks up and is like, "Oh, you're tall," and I'm like, I warned you, like straight away.
Tyler, I know that you're tall, but I still imagine you as just my height by default.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
But yeah, like really, there's not really much to say because one of the things I wanted to do was be like, oh yeah, I can show you the nice parts of Reading, and then I looked at myself and said, what are the nice parts of Reading? there's really not that much. So the plan was at first, let's go into town, grab something to eat, and then we'll go to the gardens that are in the town centre because they look nice. They've got some historical things there, and I'm like, yeah, that would be something cool to show off. This is a day after a heat wave, and suddenly, while we're eating dinner, thunder strikes. Like, just it went from like 30 degrees nearly. There, I said the word again. You can all be happy. 30.
TJ, please do a countdown.
No, don't make him do actual
a
work.
counter, not a countdown. Anyway.
But yeah, it goes from a heat wave to just torrential downpour, rain. Like, even for England, it was shocking. And I just said, yeah, I don't think we should do, like, going to a garden. So we goofed about and window shopped for the first day. And second day was kind of more of the same because it was still so fucking soaked everywhere. We had a laugh over at my place, just like goofing around on the internet. And then we wandered into HMV and found a Laser Team and a Ruby there, which I've never seen in our town before. So that was new. And then we watched that film when we got back. And yeah, I don't want to say that's pretty much it. We also recorded something that we're going to put on either this channel or the Night Shift channel a little bit later.
Wink.
But honestly, it wasn't like anything over the top amazing. It was just like really awesome to talk to a friend in real life, and not do it through Skype or
Right.
TeamSpeak.
You skipped a very important part of your tale. Did she punch you already?
I did get punched, but it wasn't.
Did she punch you already?
Yeah, I was just about to say,
nice.
I did get punched, but it was soft. It wasn't like.
I didn't want her to knock you out. Just, a punch. Maybe break a nose or something, but yeah, I need to thank Vic.
We also discussed like just random stuff to do with this channel as well, and then she got into this whole voice acting thing, and she made me laugh. Like me and her going through town doing these stupid voices. We said some really inappropriate shit. So if anyone overheard us that day, I'm sorry. One of the things I said as I walked out of the restaurant, and she's just waiting for me. I walk out and with a really deep voice, I just go, "I got 7 condoms. Let's go." And this person just stared at us. It's like, what the fuck? I hope they didn't hear that. Because it's all like having a laugh with different voices and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, people are going to think we're crazy. Just imagine what we're like on the podcast and then imagine us loudly talking about that kind of shit through town. It's pretty much the same.
Well, as long as it's something that Queen Lizzie would approve, I'm sure it's fine.
No, I was drinking, you son of a bitch. No, she would not have approved of the stuff that we had said.
Shout out to Queen Lizzie.
What about you guys? Because I don't want it to be a one-sided discussion. What about has anyone met Rooster Teeth people and just wandering around, not necessarily at conventions, just in your hometown and had a laugh?
Yeah, when I live in Boston, when I'm up in Boston for school, I see a lot of our T-shirts. My roommate, my roommate who I roomed with last year, I met him through he was wearing an our T-shirt. And I struck up a conversation. It turns out he's super cool, and it was just a nice friendship. So, yeah,
it's almost bizarre. I don't think I've ever done anything like that. Of course, yeah, Vic's come here, but I knew Vic through Rooster Teeth first, and I've never met someone that's had a Rooster Teeth shirt and then learned who they were on the site. That's new. I want that to happen one day.
I think I see a lot of people wear a shirt, but the most that I've ever done is they'll yell at me and say like, "Oh my god, that shirt's awesome," and I'd be like, "Woo!" But then I just keep walking. Like, I see a lot of people at it's a local amusement park called Kings Island, and I see a lot of RT people there. I've never struck up a conversation or anything, except if I'm in line, then I'll start talking to them about Rooster Teeth. But I can't say I've developed a friendship, though I'm shy.
What about a friend boat? Hey,
For crying out loud.
sorry.
Luís, do us all a favor.
Yes, and I mean, maybe. What?
Stop recording, delete this podcast, start again.
Alright. Hello,
Just
everyone.
because of
Welcome
that
to another
one
episode of the
pun.
show. Yeah, I don't really have a story to tell about that because I haven't met anyone here in Brazil who's also a Rooster Teeth fan. I mean, there was this one time, I barely remember how that happened. I think it was during one of the live streams or whatever. And it was something along the lines of, I guess my Twitter account was mentioned, like I tweeted something at them. And then a person followed me, and she's Brazilian, but I have no idea from where. Like, we didn't even talk. But it's like we followed each other on Twitter, but that was it. Like, in my city or anything, I don't know anyone. I did see you people on video, so that's a thing.
That counts, kind of, maybe. Yeah. Oh, what I'm concerned about, by the way, is I told Vic about the whole, if I ever manage to go to Texas, I'm going to have to do the whole cosplay as Blake thing. I don't know if I'm on board anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you keep saying that. You do realize that cosplay, like, takes a lot of effort and stuff. So...
There you go. Fuck it. Like, if you know, the odds of me going to Texas are low enough as it is, and I don't think I could do it every year, so if I am going to go, then I feel like I would have to pull out all the stops and do something stupid like that anyway. So, yeah, I think it's
you
still
should cosplay
on
as
board.
Y.
As Y?
Yes.
I mean, that's more adorable. Nah. I like Blake too much, I can't say that. Best girl. But yeah, Texas. I'm going to convince people not to go if I end up like that.
I wonder how well you would deal with the heat in Texas.
Not fucking well at all.
That would be that would be a thing to see in itself. Not even the cosplay and stuff, just you trying to adapt to the weather.
I think I would need to like beg people to bring like ice packs and stuff like that, you know, and just be like, look, can I just hide underneath umbrellas and shade the entire time, you know?
Worst case
You can
scenario.
hide in a cave with me. That's what I would do. I'd be outside for maybe 2 minutes, but then I'd have to go back and stand in a building for some period of time. I had a rough time adjusting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
where you
I did
live
it all.
isn't really hot, is it, Geoff?
It gets super cold here. I mean, it can get warm up in the 90s, but not Texas heat.
It is
Winter
hot
storm,
in
Joe.
Texas. It is uncomfortable. Like it is. I usually live around DC, so it gets hot here. Like it's fucking hot now, but it is hot in Texas. Like it is uncomfortable.
I can just imagine us like zigzagging amongst like buildings just to try and get from one place to another, but not walking straight down the street. You know? I don't want to fry.
It's exceptionally hot out in that state. It's livable, like you can do it, like it's not too bad. It's just hot.
I got a feeling that I would probably adapt well to Texas because my city, like I say often, it's fucking Tatooine. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I like cold, but I'm not really adapted to cold. Like, it would take me a while to get used to. I'll probably like freeze my dick off before I get used to the cold.
That is terrifying to think of, sorry.
It's a metaphor,
metaphor.
Tyler. It's not like my
Yeah.
dick's gonna fall off because of the cold. Come on. I hope at least that it won't.
Yeah, we all hope.
That's an important tip. Don't mutilate yourselves, people.
I mean, doesn't that go without saying?
Well, you know, Tyler, maybe people are like, hey, I wonder what liquid nitrogen does to my dick. And, you know, the same people you need to put the warnings like, don't try this at home, fucking asshole, but they still do it.
Yeah, okay, so PSA, let's get that out of the way, yeah, shall we? Don't do anything that Luís says on this podcast as a metaphor. Okay.
Yeah, metaphors are symbolic, not literal.
Or are they? Dun dun.
Or are they?
What's your other little topic that you got there? Because music
yeah.
parodies.
Yes. It's
could...
something that you sort of mentioned a few weeks back that, like, it wasn't exactly parodies, but I think it fits the theme as well. So this week, I was fumbling around on YouTube trying to find some new music to listen to. Because here's the thing, usually, like, here at home, we get a lot of dirty dishes all at once, and usually I have to do the dishes. So it's like it gets kind of boring. So, and it's also a time I'm not working or studying or anything. So I'm like, well, might as well make this pleasurable. And I try to listen to music. And I was, well, maybe I should try to find something new. And then I don't know if you guys are aware of the meme. I don't even know the name of the fucking meme, but it's like a skeleton playing the trumpet, and it just goes like doot doot doot.
Yes, the skeleton trumpet, Doot Doot, Mr. Skeletal. Yeah, it's a great, top tier meme. My brother's a senior in high school, and he and I will talk about that meme, I think, for hours. It's a phenomenal meme. There's an HD version of it too, which is literally just a skeleton, like a real skull, a video of one, and it's just got like a really quick trumpet, and it goes, and that's it. It's a top tier meme. I will tell you right now, I could talk about this meme for hours.
Yeah, so I
fucking love that meme.
I found a version of the Doom soundtrack, the original Doom, and it was with the skeleton meme, and it goes like, and it was really similar actually to the original one. The dudes are really close to the original instruments, but it was really funny for whatever reason. Like, especially the graphics, whoever did it picked a promotional image of the newest Doom, of one of the demons, and switched the head for the skull and put a trumpet in front of it as if we were playing. And then just a skull with a trumpet keeps popping up on the screen every time there is a Doot. So I don't know why, I just found that really fucking funny.
I believe the video you're specifically talking about is called Doot E1M1, also known as Knee Deep in the Doot.
Exactly, that's the one.
Here for the link dump is the HD version of Doot Doot Mr. Skeletal, and for anyone else who wants to listen to it, here is Knee Deep in the Doot. I love this meme. You've walked into my dojo now.
I mean, I was like, I wonder where we're going to go with this topic. It might not be that entertaining. DaCuban's like, I've got this.
I mean, I was over here, I was kind of like reading through something, and I just hear, do you know the skeleton trumpet meme? And I just like Kill Bill music back at my laptop screen.
You were not prepared.
In the D&D camp I run, the god of death, the dead, and the dying, and the damned is Vecna, who's kind of a classic D&D villain. But he's one of the gods in this realm, and the joke is he usually looks like he's a decaying corpse. In this realm, he's just a skeleton wearing a robe. But when he appears, like if he were to appear like and try to like posture as like Vecna, the god of the dead, and he did this once. The party ran into him, and he basically like showed up, and the skies clouded up, and the sand like grew cold, and it became like a tundra, and he like is screaming, and whenever I do his voice, it's as Skeletor, so I'm like, nah, you fools. But I said like he's staring at you, and you all are terrified, and then you just hear like through your like as it like reverberates through your bones, you just hear like two notes blared from a trumpet in the heavens. It just goes.
Fucking hell.
And that was how the party met Vecna. And then whenever I'm playing WoW with Sib or B or someone, if we ever bump into the Horde, like specifically the Forsaken, we're just like, oh, dude, many skeletals. we play Alliance, so.
Boo.
Oh no.
I would play Horde if I could.
Uh-oh.
David wants us to play Alliance, so he has people to raid with, so we all play Alliance, but I really want to get a Demon Hunter, Blood Elf Demon Hunter going. I have a Night Elf one right now, and I think I'm going to do a Horde Death Knight up to something like that. I don't know. Look, we can talk about WoW after we're done talking about memes.
I remember something else that DaCuban might be able to relate to as well.
Hmm.
It must have been months and months and months ago, but I remember there was a particular like music night that you occasionally stuck a few tunes into, and you kept on putting Triple Q stuff in there, that mashup artist, and
So good.
I just kind of snapped to your channel and just went, "Thank you." Like I thought I was like the only one that kind of knew that YouTuber.
I
love
thought you were
Triple Q.
gonna go in another direction, but go on.
Oh, it's so funny. He just takes like video games or animes, mostly Gangnam Style, and just mashes like really silly things together. And sometimes they work beautifully, and they shouldn't.
One of my favorite one that he does is let me see.
It's not Knuckles from Knuckles and Knuckles.
No.
Knuckles and Knuckles, the Echidna featuring Knuckles.
That's a good one. That's a pretty like top tier good one. No, I like see if dates. It was the Senpai Gon Love It, which is
Yes.
my favorite one.
Kendrick
Although
Lamar.
it has to be ambiguous, and K.N.U.C.K.L.E.S final boss theme mashed up with Sonic's is pretty good. I feel shitty because the one I actually legitimately like is 5-Star Knuckle Shuffle, which is John Cena versus K.N.U.C.K.L.E.
Have you seen
Great
the
one.
description to that?
Yeah.
There's a problem. I can't see him. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just absolutely love that kind of music parody stuff where people just find tracks that shouldn't belong.
Have you watched Gilvis Hunter?
Isn't that the channel for the high quality rips?
Yeah, that's the high quality rips channel.
Yes. I stumbled across that like years ago accidentally, I think. Like really bad. I can imagine DaCuban filing through a library of these things.
So when I mentioned that, I thought you were going to go in a different direction, Tyler. I thought you were going to say like Cuban just spammed Africa by Toto.
Well, he does that as well, I'm sure.
Because, that's sort of what I expect by now. And I will say, Cuban, you might be happy about that, or maybe you don't care, but I'm not a big fan of Toto. Like, I'm just, it's not my thing. But now, every time I come across Africa, like if it's playing somewhere on the radio or anything, I see through it and listen to it because it reminds me of like Brewster Speak and the shenanigans. It's just okay. I can listen to Africa fine.
I was waiting for you to say it reminds me of you, DaCuban, and it got like super like
the music from Ghost starts to play. My love, oh my darling.
I was waiting for him to say it, and I would have gone with the Careless Whisper route, but yes,
or just with Africa. That's it.
It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. Another 100 more that I do.
I wonder if we can get content ID'd for like singing that song too accurately.
Cuban's singing it better than the original, so if anything, we can sue them for sucking.
I'm singing it a lot like Ryan did in that one Achievement Hunter video.
Well, when they're trying to figure out the lyrics. So they were arguing
it's from the Here we go. I'll link it in the link chat.
Oh, thanks. It's been a while since I last watched any Achievement Hunter stuff. I don't know. I wouldn't know the video.
I like it because it's like Ryan's like actually saying it, and then you just hear in the distance from Geoff. Bless the rain.
I can't get the Knuckles song out of my head. Someone help me.
Well, you know what I cannot get out of my head now, Tyler? It was kind of a... What? No. It was kind of like that for a while, but it's the Diva Happy thing. I know I talked about this before, but since you mentioned it's like, it's a Vocaloid thing and stuff, it seems like it's popping up in my head more often now. And I can't seem to get rid of it.
For context,
it's starting to...
context for everyone else here as well. Luís blew my goddamn mind. Like, he quoted Diva Happy. You know, that dank meme that's going around because of Overwatch, yay. It blew my mind because I thought he actually was quoting the Vocaloid song that was been released a few years back by Mitchie M.
Nice.
But yeah, I just thought, wait a minute. Luís was like super against anime and all these weeby things.
Not against, not my thing. That's
well, okay,
it's just not my
not
thing.
his thing, whatever. But he then straight up quotes this out of the blue, and my brain just failed to function. I was like, are you singing Vocaloid? Like, it was a very unusual moment. I thought I had lost my mind, and then he explained that there's a meme or whatever it is. That being said, I really do like Overwatch. That meme bugs me now. That's what I wanted to say on it. But what were you going to say?
Tyler, on a tangentially similar related, that's not related at all note, but you said anime, and it reminded me of this. Have you seen the reviews for Persona 5 in Japan?
What was that, sorry? My connection is crap.
Did you see the reviews for Persona 5 in Japan?
I haven't seen the reviews for it, no. Why?
People are liking it.
I mean,
apparently the intro from before you get to start doing like day-to-day like stuff is 9 hours long.
Holy fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
you have to spend 9 hours doing shit before you get to do it.
So like, it's pretty much the tutorial, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
A 9-hour tutorial. God damn, dude.
But look, I'll play it because it's Persona.
Yeah.
And I had to go through like 20 hours of a corridor before I saw any open world of Final Fantasy 13. So I can do that. You know?
Yeah.
It's,
yeah.
Good. I love
apparently
the
also
for that.
I know, I love the Persona. I love all of those fucking Persona games. Apparently the player protagonist, who is still silent like you were in the last couple games, his personality for this one is total smartass.
That's an impressive feat with a silent character.
Oh yeah.
Don't get many of them. I'm trying to think of one that's going to be like a fairly obvious one in like anime and video games, and I can't think of one.
Well, aren't there like archetypes according to what you and Leo kept bothering me with?
Oh yeah, Gaff and DaCuban, you know what a tsundere is, right?
Oh Christ almighty, this shit again.
Luís is like pure definition of a tsundere, isn't he?
I can see that.
Why though?
I'm not too far off.
Because you're like really cold, and you know, to people you like, you're like really, well, to me, you can be very, very stubborn. And then you'll be like, oh, thanks for that, and be really happy and nice. So
I'm adorable. What a fuck you.
It's the weirdest way to say you're adorable. I'm adorable. Fuck you.
I'm not stubborn. You're stubborn.
Man, I'm quiet as shit. Go fuck off.
So apparently everyone Tyler has asked this question so far has agreed with him.
Because it's true.
I'm getting worried here. Like, what the hell?
Everyone can see it, man. You're the only one that's like against it. You just have to accept it.
I'm not sure if I'm against it or I just don't quite get it.
Look, if we got any voice acting things that we're planning where you need like a script written for you, your character is going to have the line, "It's not like I like you or anything, baka." And I reckon you could deliver that perfectly.
You see,
Jesus Christ! Why do you say these words to me? Why do you say this aloud?
Sorry.
Why? What's up? What's going on?
DaCuban wants to punch me.
Why'd you just say that? Why'd you just say that phrase? Why'd you do that? Because this is getting weird now.
No, because if he says it, it'll be perfect. I'm going to put it in the script so he has to say it.
I am absolutely clueless. What is going on here?
It's your podcast. Host it properly.
Fuck you. I think there's a GIF of a guy walking in and it's like everything's on fire.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that
I feel
one.
like that. I'm in a room. I don't have any idea what's going on.
Man, at the moment, I think in this room, in this server, the person with the most authority is DaCuban right now. He could just hammer me if I say baka again.
Theoretically,
does
yes.
Have a grandfather clock though.
Yeah.
So she gets grandfather status.
It doesn't have my back today, though. I'm sorry.
Because you're upstairs. How dare you?
God damn it, Geoff.
I will have to say, this may be a tangent all the way back to the first topic, meeting RT friends and stuff in real life.
I want to
But
meet Gaff's clock.
Christ.
By all means, come over. I'll introduce you.
He just
can't have
runs
dinner,
off.
and then you
He
can get the fuck
elopes.
out.
Hey, Gaff, what's up? I'm just here to see the clock. Bye. I was going to say, I do remember in the discussion that I had with Vic when we were eating dinner, there was a weird, nostalgic trip where I was like, whoa, just thinking, if I didn't join Rooster to Speak at the time that I did by complete accident, and if DaCuban didn't welcome me to the server when he did, I may not have actually met you or anyone else. So that is fucking weird. DaCuban, in a way, kept me in the server when I first joined it. Yeah, I was like, that is weird. It's fate in a weird way. Scary. It's all your fault, in other words. So if I do get banhammered, sorry, DaCuban, you spawned it.
I brought you into this world, and you're gonna take me out.
Yeah. If there's any major controversy here, I'm expecting you to do the final kick.
I'm Frankenstein, but you're Frankenstein's monster.
Oh no, I'm a monster.
Or the modern Prometheus, according to the original title.
Huh.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, apparently it's at least in Brazil, they cut off this part of the original title. It's pretty much just Frankenstein nowadays. Every once in a while, you do find an edition that is like Frankenstein or the modern Prometheus. Or whatever. Hey,
Yeah.
literature. Ta-da-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Jazz hands.
Why
Luís.
jazz hands?
Luís,
Yes.
this is when you rein in and throw a topic at us.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Throwing tangents.
I was actually talking to Geoff about this when you arrived, Tyler. I got a gig. It's like an extra job, besides my activities as a psychologist. I am going to translate an online congress, which is what I was asking about on the Skype chat. So yeah, it's my first time doing translations in exchange for money, instead of just hey, thanks.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm a bit nervous about it as well because it's a lot of work. But
Yeah, fuck that. I see some translators and I'm like, oh, okay, that seems like a fun, easy job. And then you think, say if they're working in the industry of I don't know, translating a show or, a film or something like that, they have to sit through a long fucking script and translate every word. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Thousands of pages of work.
And it's it does have a bunch of things I have to deal with. For example, sometimes I'm gonna have just a video I need to listen to and translate. I don't have the script. Sometimes I'm gonna have a script. But yeah, it's a whole thing, and it's interesting because sometimes I have to find synonyms for stuff, and I'm learning new words at the same time. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it can become a thing I can do more often.
With the extra cash, you have to buy Overwatch. Just saying.
So yeah, that's sort of I still need to save money, because I'm starting right now my job as a psychologist and all that. Things cost money, keeping a room and all that. But I do plan on using some of this, I guess we could call it extra money for a game or two. So we'll see how it goes. Probably by Black Friday or Christmas, I can whip out Overwatch or something. We'll see.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Oh
my god.
It's alright,
hit the wrong
It
button.
didn't capture the audio. I turned off the notification.
Perfect. For those who don't know, I just launched myself into another room. If this was a live podcast, that would be the equivalent of us all sitting on the couch and me seeing a bird out the window and kind of walking over to the window instead of opening it. I just kind of go head first through it.
walk back as if nothing happened.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Simpsons clip, the PTA has disbanded?
Oh, fuck. Yes.
Yeah. The PTA is disbanded! Ah!
Jeez. Now I've got an image of like you sitting at the couch of like the RT podcast, but with glass shards all over the place.
I'm gonna need like an artist to quickly draw us a piece of just like us all sitting on the couch and me just covered in shards of glass.
Blood
What
coming
did everybody
down
learn
from your
today?
scalp.
There's like blinds like you have on your window blinds. There's just like a bunch of those like wrapped on my neck.
Oh no, you have to be like tangled through them. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like arms sticking out at the bottom of it somehow, like the top of your leg at the other end. It's like, what the fuck happened? I realised throughout most of this podcast, like we've discussed these topics and Gaff has kind of been there laughing at it. I don't think he even said much about like the music parodies. Sorry about that.
You good?
It's like, is there any like random music artists that like you're into that give you the ha-has? Sorry.
Wow, that is a
Oh.
weird way of putting it, Tyler.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of any. I really
sorry
can't.
for throwing you on the spot then.
Gaff, are you
now I
a
feel like an
military
asshole.
tank?
Hmm?
Are you a military tank?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Thanks for announcing that.
What?
Sorry, Gaff.
Sometimes. I'm gonna need that artist to redraw the I just asked you to draw, except make it me covered in glass and window blinds, Tyler and Sloth just there, and then Gaff is like an M1 Abrams.
Just on the couch.
Yeah. The couch is like tipped up in the air a bit.
That reminds me, I've been seeing this meme more and more often with the whole thing, like in forums and comments on stuff. People are like, oh, did you just assume my gender or her gender? And it's like people go and reply, oh yeah, I mean, it's an Apache helicopter, right? And apparently that's the thing, like people mock this stuff saying they identify themselves as an Apache helicopter. I don't know why I find this really fucking funny. Like,
Because it's absurd, that's why.
I know, but out of all things, why an Apache helicopter?
Why not?
I just
It's
think
the
it's
internet.
funny.
Just be grateful it's not something, that's not safe for work or something like that,
What would it... Okay, what would be something not safe for work you could identify yourself as for a joke? Like, oh, I identify myself as a hand job.
Luís, I'm just saying there are things you shouldn't ask. If you don't want the answer, you shouldn't ask.
See, I kind of want to know what you mean by that now.
It's like, what do you identify as? Sorry. I'm not even going to end anything. I might even edit that one out. I'm not sure.
Everything, Tyler. Edit everything out.
Just edit this last bit out with like a 2 or 3 second bit of Toto's Africa.
That sounds like hard work. I might just leave it in because it sounds like that. But yeah, it's like Luís has just an amazing way of on this podcast. He'll set me up for like really crude jokes, and then he'll go, "Oh, what happened to this podcast? How did it get like lewd and this, that, and the other and crude?" And I'm like, the way you word things, my man, like you do it to yourself. You just,
Tyler.
I don't know. That was a very direct question.
Yeah.
No fancy wording at all.
Nah, Tyler. I just need someone to throw under the bus.
It's gonna take a long time for you to throw me under the bus and be upset and embarrassed about it now. Some of the things.
It's gonna take a lot to take me away
from you.
Yes.
There's nothing that
I am
100
glad.
men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. I bless the rains. I bless the rains.
It's like I've been on this podcast enough times and I've edited more than 100 of your podcasts. You're gonna have to try a lot harder, Luís.
All right, that sounds like a plan. A challenge, actually. Sure, Beck. I'm gonna search like some weird ass porn link and send it to Tyler, see how he reacts. Or I'm just opening the site for the questions.
I just don't understand how that would get me. You know, it's like, oh, by the way, click on this link and don't see the first, like, the users. Don't look at the website name. You know?
Yeah, it's a trust exercise.
By the way, this link that I'm sending to you to Pornhub or something, yeah, don't just click on that. You know, don't ask any questions. It's like, no, Luís, you're gonna have to be sneaky. I'm gonna regret this one day because it's gonna be something really disgusting, isn't it? Oh, you heard it here first. I'm gonna punch Luís next time I see him in real life.
I thought that was already established like 100 episodes ago.
Yeah. But I'm gonna do it dressed up as Blake.
Oh, alright. The Blake thing again.
Yeah, why not? While you're getting the questions up.
Yes.
Random question for everybody here.
Mm-hmm. I was young and I needed the money. Next question.
Thank you, Luís.
You're welcome.
I'm sure I've asked each one of you probably something along these lines, just randomly in just a random discussion. But if you could go to a convention, you had an unlimited budget, what would you turn up as if you had to do a cosplay and you had the means to do it?
I'd probably go as like an ONI agent from Halo or like an ODST or something. Just something I can hide an armor in and pretend to not be there. That or like a full astronaut costume.
You got to moonwalk everywhere.
I will go to an anime. I will go to an anime convention as Neil Armstrong.
Let's also put in this scenario that we won't die because of the heat.
Oh yeah.
Because I have to consider that for my idea, which would be probably the NCR Veteran Ranger outfit.
Oh, never mind. I want to change my answer. That's a good one.
No, we got two of those then.
Yeah. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Oh, God. I would think even with an infinite budget, I don't think I could do like other particular characters justice. Like, there are some out there that are awesome, and I'm like, yeah, I just don't have the kind of build for that. So I'll probably end up with something like Tamaki from Oran High School Host Club. The thing that Gaff sent us in a picture like ages ago that completely went over my head, because I was like, what the fuck is that? Oh, shit, yeah. I don't know.
That's a corner, right?
Enough. That's the corner.
That's the corner.
Ugh.
The corner.
There you go.
I don't have a thing against corners, but Tyler's corner, I make a special exception.
It's an adorable corner. You leave my corner alone.
It's got flowers.
And a weird box that says "Don't open."
The corner's either like
don't open
really,
inside.
It's really nice and pleasant, or people describe it as the most disgusting shit I've ever heard. And it's like, guys,
Gaff, if I were to give you $10, would you use your tank cannon to blow up Tyler's corner?
What is mine?
I like his corner.
Yeah, but
she's
$10,
allowed in
Gaff.
the corner. She likes the corner.
Yeah.
Fine,
she
$15.
likes the corner.
Oh, God.
You know, just the way I said that, and then I thought of like what everyone else has said about the corner.
It puts the lotion
maybe I
on
shouldn't
its
say
skin.
that. Yeah.
Put the lotion in the basket.
That sounded like me one.
Put the lotion in the fucking basket. All I got to say about that. So, Gaff, have you been enjoying Legion?
Trying to dodge the question.
What was that?
Have you been enjoying Legion?
Oh, I adore it.
So good.
I do. It's probably the best one so far.
Like, I am genuinely impressed at how good this is compared to Draenor, because Draenor's fucking daily quests sucked.
I did not like Warlords at all.
No, it was terrible. And I like Demon Hunters being a playable class. I've only played like the intro mission through one of them, but I am very much enjoying this.
Are we talking about ice cream?
We're
talking about definitely about ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's my favorite flavor.
I love the Legion flavor. Tastes like
delicious.
blood and armor.
And Gaff totally dodged the cosplay question. I saw that.
Gaff. Come
on.
on.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Don't dodge.
Well, I have always wanted to be Haruhi for Moron.
See?
So,
Perfect.
yeah, we can team up. And, I like being Tifa Lockhart, but that's something that I can do now.
Yeah,
and I'm
you've
poor.
Done.
Yeah. But I have always wanted to be Jaina Proudmoore from Warcraft. most definitely.
That's my favorite flavor.
Gaff, can you send me, like,
Yeah,
can you
she's
type
lovely.
the name of the first person or send me a link with a picture because I can't figure out how to type that name for the link shitter.
What?
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
find it.
Haruhi.
Sure, that one. Yes.
There you go.
Oh, right. So it's Haruhi Fujioka for future Luís.
Yes.
You're
Luís,
welcome.
But in the future, where everything is chrome and metal,
And shiny.
Yeah.
and we're all made of robots.
What would we do if Luís suddenly got frozen for 1,000 years in between this and the release?
What?
No link shitter. We'll be disappointed in you.
Wait, did you pay attention how you phrase that thing?
No.
Between
Why?
now and when this gets released in 1,000 years, what are we gonna do? Like, are we gonna postpone releasing this one? I don't get it, Tyler. And then
Your
you go on to
imagination,
say it's
you
gonna
do
be
whatever
released
you want
next
with it.
week. You do realize there's a little less than 1,000 years in a week, right?
You don't get the whole point of you being frozen to see the Chrome world and shit.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be in the
Listen.
future, alright? So fuck you.
I love it when people have that in a sentence. Listen. It's almost like as if to say the next amount of shit that I'm about to tell you.
I like it. I like yelling at because it's like DMX. You know, listen, it's what you're hearing. Listen, it's what you're hearing. Listen, it's what you're hearing. X gonna give it to you. What? Stop waiting. Fuck waiting.
No.
Get it on your own. X gonna deliver it to you. Knock knock. Open up the
But-
door. It's real.
It's
With
real.
nonstop pop pop and stainless steel.
You see,
What I love is when people get really riled up in an argument, and I've heard it's happened to me a few times, and I love it when someone goes, "Listen," and they don't say fucking anything, and it's like it's like you're almost baited into saying something, but you know that if you dare open your mouth, that they're going to be like, "You're not listening."
what if they're speaking with their mind, Tyler?
Listen,
Ha.
we must be talking awfully quiet. Because I can't hear a fucking thing.
And you see, it's interesting because in Portuguese, like, we also have the use of listen as a thing, like, listen here, little shit. But
Yeah.
we usually come up to people sometimes, and we go like, listen, and then we ask a question. And it's not disrespectful at all. It's just a way of calling their attention. You know, it's kind of like, hey, or excuse me, you know.
Yeah,
But
context is
usually, like,
everything.
you need to have at least a tiny bit of previous history of the person. Like, you need to be at least acquaintances to come up to someone and go like, hey, listen.
Or Navi.
Or Navi, yes. Or it needs to be a fairy following Link, yes. I got a questions here. You guys want to answer some questions?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Sure. I'm scared.
Do. Questions. Oh, shit.
Well done.
There we go.
Yay.
Right. So, this one, and I better ask this one before we, like, the timing is wrong again, was sent by Sun88P, and the question is there a website or app that residents of the USA know about that asks them a bunch of questions and then tells them which presidential candidate most agrees with the answers you gave, basically telling you who to vote for?
Yeah, that does exist. There is a bunch of
Really?
websites that you can punch in your like what you believe in or like answer questions, and it'll tell you which candidate has most agree with your views. So that is a thing that exists.
Huh.
That is like that could be very well exploited as well. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
It sure is.
And the idea is
Yeah.
that only really matters during the primary elections when we have to pick a candidate for your party. Once the general election comes around and through parties up against each other, everyone pretty much knows who they're going to vote for.
Yeah, and I can see how this could be exploited. I'm not going to use current politicians, either from Brazil or the USA, because that always generates a shitstorm. But let's just say, in an election between Hitler and Gandhi, people could very well manipulate stuff to like, do you like puppies? Yes. Do you believe people should have equal rights? Yes. Results, oh, you should vote for Hitler.
Mhm.
You know?
Do you like
Hitler had
being
a dog.
economically sound and like do you like a good transportation system? Yes. Adolf Hitler's your candidate.
But then
Like,
again,
there's
maybe
a-
Gandhi could manipulate to his favor. Like, do you believe some people should be killed? Yes. Oh, you know.
Fuck
That's what it
England.
says.
That's
Oh,
just the
you know.
question. That's just the question is fuck England.
Hey, but I just love now that in this recording there was perfect dead air around when Luís said, "You should vote for Hitler."
No.
So,
You
I can
are
totally-
putting words in my mouth, sir.
I didn't put words in your mouth. You said it. I
will
could cut
say,
it out of the podcast and
I
put
will
it
explain
anywhere.
that shit again. I said, vote for Hitler. Vote for Hitler.
I didn't put words in your mouth. You said it.
I will
could cut
say,
it out of the podcast and
I
put
will
it
explain
anywhere.
that shit again. In an imaginary election between Hitler and Gandhi, it's because I don't know use current politicians, Hitler could manipulate the results in a way that it's like, if you like good things and peace and stuff, it could be manipulated in order to make you think you should vote for Hitler. That's what I meant.
No, I know what you meant. Of course, I know what you meant. But like,
I don't
have
know
you
if you know, Tyler.
Have you seen the Rooster Teeth out of context compilations where they've got like one sentence from a Let's Play or something or a podcast, but without the rest of the content or the context? It sounds really bad or really disturbing, like what they've just said. That would be one of them. If I just cut out that little segment there with no explanation whatsoever, you would be like, oh shit. I wouldn't do anything that dickheadish though. So.
It's something that when we first started the podcast, I was a little bit terrified of. That something
taken out of context?
Yeah, that something would be taken out of context at some point, and that would fuck me up.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh well. I don't think that would be possible. At least if I don't plan on running for president. So, people wouldn't do that kind of shit.
I will say, trying to get back onto the question as well, because I kind of bit away from it. The UK, I don't think it has something like that, like at all. I really don't. And I'm kind of glad it doesn't, because I can imagine the entire voting being decided by people sitting at home being like, you know what? I'm not going to do any research. I'm just going to type into this thing and vote for whoever comes up, which is probably not always the best solution.
Can you imagine if it gave you a bigger profile, like you answer everything, and it's like, oh, you should vote for like this person. Also, this is your Hogwarts house, and this is your shit. I forgot the word for it, but it's like in astrology, you have your sign, and then there's like the rising horoscope sign or something. Yeah. Anyway,
that's decided from birth, isn't it? Like,
yeah, I know, but it's like they give you a full-on questionnaire, and it just gives you a bunch of pretty much useless trivia.
Yeah, screw that. I couldn't see it being automated like that. That sucks.
Right. So next question.
Yeah, next question.
That sucks.
By the way, I didn't finish explaining like the Gandhi version, but it's pretty much like, do you think people should be killed? And then the person says yes. And then it's like, oh, that's totally what Gandhi stands for. Wink. And then, asshole people would vote for Gandhi. That's what I'm saying.
I played Civ 5. I know Gandhi's a monster.
Yeah.
Because of the sudden nuke?
Yeah. He's actually, like, India is an incredibly easy Civ to just, like, get rid of and not have to deal with. Like, no offense to Gandhi, but he fucking sucks.
Gandhi in real life? Cool. Gandhi in the game? Not so much.
He's just very lame in that game. He's not a very good Civ, and it's very easy to, like, wipe him out. Yeah, next question. Give me another one.
That being said, shout out to Gandhi.
Yeah.
Actually, we just have Sunny questions. So, this one was sent by Sunny8p, like I said before. And the question is, if your home was on fire, what would be the first thing you would grab? I would be taking the fire extinguisher, so you can't take that.
If the homeless was on fire?
No. Jesus.
My home?
Yeah. I said if your home was on fire.
I thought you said the homeless.
If I lit a homeless man on fire, what would I grab? His wallet. Wait, he's homeless. Never mind. Never mind.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Well, Sonny's taken the first thing that I was thinking of, so
oh my god. I would take the water hose.
You just have a straight up water hose in your house?
Well, yeah. Don't you have one?
Maybe this is why the British have had so many massive fires.
Right? No,
No, I'm just thinking
Like a garden hose, Tyler, for fuck's sakes. You can try to put out the fire with that.
How the house is on fire? You grab a hose, you still have to
At
plug it
least
into
you're
something.
trying.
Throwing a hose at something randomly is not gonna help a fucking thing.
See, I agree with Cuban. Maybe that's why you guys had huge fires. You need to put
Even
the
if you had
hose in the
hose, you would
faucet,
throw the hose
turn
at the
on
fire.
the faucet, and then you use the water.
In my head, I'm thinking, okay, you run out of your house with the hose. Your house is just completely lit up in flames. Where are you getting the water from to spray it down?
The hydrants.
We don't have hydrants.
That's why your goddamn cities keep burning down.
So for me, it wasn't.
We don't have hydrants. Está loco, man?
Oh boy.
We don't have hydrants. Are you kidding me?
All right, to be honest, in Brazil, at least in my city, I don't know about cities like São Paulo and stuff, but at least in my city, you don't see a lot of hydrants. I think I've only seen 2 so far.
Christ. I just realized how British I am by being like, oh yeah, you guys have hydrants and shit.
Well, at least I know how to use a water hose, Tyler.
Yeah, what's the one thing you're gonna grab? A water gun, a big one. That'll put out a flame, I'm sure. Oh Christ.
What would you pick then, smartass?
How far along is the fire?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all the info I have.
Well,
We'll
let's
find
just
out more.
assume.
All right, I'm gonna
get Sunny right now.
Hold up, gonna give him a call.
Let's just assume that everything is lit up to the point where you've only got time to grab one thing and get the fuck out. You know, that's all you have time for. Everything is going up in flames.
Will you say
all
the
loved
house
ones are
was
already
lit?
out of there?
Oh, what was that, Gaff?
All loved ones are out of there, like family, pets.
I think that's one of the things I was thinking, and then I was like, even if they weren't, I don't think picking up family members would be considered a thing. You know, as an object, I feel like they can get out of the house themselves. Let's say no one else is involved, because otherwise it's going to get dark, and I don't want that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be too serious.
Ooh.
It's fucking weird, because even
Probably
I'm like,
Lamont Jr.
Oh,
I have a stuffed dog that I've had since I was a kid that my dad got me for Valentine's Day, and I've always had it.
This may sound like Monopoly guy-ish, but I have a lot of cash out of the bank at the moment. So the first thing I would probably grab is that, because I'm not letting a shit ton of money get burnt up for no reason as well, if I can help it. Call me an asshole, but I can't think of one particular thing that I can keep for nostalgia reasons or to keep a memory. I can't weigh them up against one another. So I feel like I have to lose all of them in order to get something that would financially benefit me.
You can't be one, so everything needs to burn.
Well, it's because it's I would feel so bad if I went and got something that was left in the will from someone else over somebody else. That would suck. I wouldn't feel good doing that.
I feel like most people would be like, yeah, your house just burned down. It's okay you didn't grab the thing of jewelry that grandma left you. It's probably better that you grab the family photo book.
I'm hoping someone else would grab it as well. I don't know where it is, actually, so I would be fucked, because if that was the one thing that I could leave the building with, I would be stuck in that fire trying to fucking find it. No, wait. According to the question, we can leave with one object. Can that be my answer, just so the house doesn't immediately burn down? Because I have to find it and get out first before it burns down.
So
the
what
fire
would you
brigade
pick?
could get there. It's like I'm finding a lost item.
Oh.
Give me half an hour.
Nah, well, the question is, what will be the first thing? You don't have to pick just one, but the first.
Oh, the first thing? Oh,
Yeah.
that makes it easy. I thought it was just one thing.
No.
Okay.
No.
Jeez. Okay, then definitely some of the things that have been left to me from my family. Definitely. I thought it was just one thing. I was
I'll probably call a truck to carry my stuff and then ask the fire to calm its shit a little bit and then just remove my shit. Yeah.
the first thing I would grab,
Is that
a
what you're
mobile
saying?
phone, so I can ring the fire brigade.
See, that's also smart. There you go, Tyler.
There
Even
you go,
smarter
this is
than
proper.
the water hose.
Yeah, you're not going to do much with a useless.
Fuck
water
you,
hose.
at least I'm trying.
Trying so hard, just waving it like a helicopter near the flames. It'll go out eventually. It's not working.
Right, so everybody answered?
I think so. DaCuban, did you answer? Sorry.
I'd probably grab. Let's see, what could I grab? If I can only grab one thing.
The album from Toto.
I was gonna say that.
You know what? I'd probably, if I could pick one thing to take with me outside of the house, I'd pick a fire team, like a team of firemen, and I would take them, and then we would put out the fire. That's my answer.
Just out of the house? Like they're in your
yeah.
house already? Oh my
Man, you don't know what I do.
You know his life. Maybe he lives in a fire station.
He's prepped for this. He's got like 5 men that are just dressed up in all the gear, ready to go.
You could take the blaster reins from Africa, and then use them to put out the fire.
Smart man. I bless the reins. That's my answer. I bless the reins. Next question.
Moving on. Let me guess. The next question is going to be by Sonny.
Tyler, you are a wizard.
I knew I should have bought a lottery ticket today.
The question is, which single woman has decided most of your life choices?
What?
Which single woman has decided most of my life choices?
Moment. Sorry, accent.
Oh,
I heard.
thought you said
No,
woman.
I heard that as well, and I nearly answered with Beyonce a lot quicker than I expected.
Yeah, I was going to say Beyonce.
No, yeah, I think it was a bit of accent. Sorry about that.
Single ladies.
Yeah, you got it.
That's okay.
What single moment?
Moment, yes.
Probably the release of Beyonce's hit single, All the Single Ladies.
Yeah.
Birthday?
When you were born?
Yeah, I mean, that sort of decided most of my life choices, like being able
You know
to
what?
make
That's
life choices.
not a bad answer. I can say that's conclusively that was a good answer.
Thank you.
If I wanted to go for like cheesy points, I could totally say something like, that one day where I got totally lost and ended up randomly on Rooster Speak. Because that was still a defining moment, in a way. But I feel like graduating from uni was definitely something. Or no, actually, better yet, auditioning to get into that uni and being successful. Because I thought I had no fucking chance. And when I got the results back and it was like, yeah, we'll accept you, I was like, what? That was pretty defining. Mine. No one else steal it. Those were my moments.
Mine.
I would say probably the most defining moment of my life is right now when I just earned the Explorer Azuna achievement in World of Warcraft.
Woo!
Congratulations.
What have you been up to?
I've been doing stuff. Oh, there's a dungeon on this island? Wicked. I'm doing world quests. It's serious stuff right now. I got to get
Tell
my
Prince
chest.
Ferrandis I said hi.
Oh, he's not one of the guys today. It's Wardens, Kieran Tor, and Nightfallen, thankfully. I don't have to talk to fucking Prince, sad, dead guy.
It was such a bummer. Everyone's just like, loser, you suck.
At the very end, when you, like, help him out, and everyone's like, no, we like you again, I'm like, yes. I know you suck, but I believe in you.
I feel so motivated right now.
Just, I can imagine, when we said at the beginning of the podcast, there was like pat cake going on between Gaff and DaCuban. When you two start talking about World of Warcraft, me and Luís, we're doing the same. I know.
If we talk about WoW, you guys talk about, like, I don't know, butts or something.
Hey, Tyler. Shout out to Butts, am I right?
Yeah, man. Hashtag butts. But I think my extent of knowledge for World of Warcraft is like what Gaff has told me.
Yeah.
And that Horde is apparently good.
Horde is good, yes.
So, yeah, like,
Gaff.
and a lot of the voice actors from it, because that's what Gaff tells me about very quickly.
Gaff, is
Luís.
World of Warcraft flat or round?
No, my map is made of paper, so it's flat.
Oh my god!
And what is the most
Explain
defining
that,
moment?
science.
Oh yeah, what was the most defining moment for Gaff again?
When I realized that the World of Warcraft is round. For sure.
So, like, a few minutes ago, a few seconds, actually.
Gaff was just sitting in her, like, room playing WoW, and then she just, like, has this epiphany, and then just suddenly, citizens of Dalaran! I'm so happy they killed Ronan in a book, so I never have to hear him yell, "Citizens of Dalaran" again.
Oh, Khadgar
Is
brought
that
that
a-
back at the beginning.
Fucking-
Citizens of Azeroth, don't go there.
Don't you dare! I killed another
Is that a
Kiritor
regular
for less.
thing?
Yeah, there's a raid called it's Ulduar. So there's a raid called Ulduar, and in it you like save the world or something. But at the very end,
Oh, you know.
at the very end, you turn
Okay.
in the quest, and in this big public city, you turn it in so everyone can hear it. But you just hear this one guy yell, "Citizens of Dalaran," and give this whole speech. The problem is that quest gets turned in like twice a minute
Mm-hmm.
because of how many people play it and how easy the raid is now. So, like, every time I'm in Dalaran, in old Dalaran, it's gone in new Dalaran, but every time I'm kind of, like, around old Dalaran, I'll just hear every once in a while, "Citizens of Dalaran." I'm like, "Kill me. Let me die."
You'd think they would fix something like that, so he only says it like once per day.
You'd think that? You'd think that.
No.
You'd want that, wouldn't you? But we don't
you
get
would like
that.
the easy way
They
out.
did, so they made a whole new Dalaran.
Yeah, they made an entire new Dalaran just to stop that from happening.
Now without public speeches.
Yeah, now
Why
without
don't we
public
just make a
speeches.
new Dalaran and push him somewhere else? That's
Right.
weird.
So I think we can wrap up.
Citizens of
Yeah.
Dalaran.
So, Cuban and Geoff, would one of you like to ask a question for the audience?
Would I like to what?
Would one of you like to ask a question for the audience?
Sure. My question for the audience is, if you could only play one game for the remainder of your life, and by the way, this doesn't have to be a video game. It can be like D&D or like cards or something. If you could only play
Hide and
one
seek.
game, hide and seek, that's a good one. Only play one game for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good one.
Tag. No. That would be
you know,
exhausting.
Tag.
I have an idea for immortality with a question. Play Monopoly, and you just won't die ever because it won't end.
Well, I don't know. I feel like eventually I
wouldn't
would
be my
get so
choice.
frustrated that I would just die of boredom, or literally have like a stress-related just explosion. It's like the fucking game never ends. I hate and love that game, but more than often not hate Monopoly. I'm surprised you didn't go with the obvious question for the audience, like Alliance or Horde. I don't think we've ever had that before as a question.
That one, yeah, answer that one too. Alliance or Horde?
By the way, if you say the one that the Cuban doesn't like, you lose.
Well, I play
Which
Alliance,
one
Gaff
has
plays
a
Horde,
cool
so...
armor?
Someone's gonna be upset here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, look, I want to be a Blood Elf, but I can't because we need people to raid with, so I play a Worgen Rogue. But I want to be a Blood Elf. I just want to put that out there. They're so much better.
Wait, which one of you two would be most likely to break my nose?
Which of us two? I don't know,
Yeah.
it depends. Depends how you answer
Yeah.
that Alliance or Horde question.
Exactly. That will define my answer.
Yeah.
I mean, Gaff is a military tank, so outside of Gaff.
But
That
tanks
is a
don't have
very good
hands.
point.
Tanks don't have
Tanks
hands.
don't have hands.
They do have treads. And
Yeah, well,
cannons.
you'd have to lay under the tank.
Right.
Can we get fan out of this?
Everyone, thank you so much for listening. Cuban and Gaff, thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Don't forget to listen to the outro to find out how to interact with us. And until next week, don't get run over by a tank. Bye.
Bye.
Solid advice. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Shifty Key Podcast. The intro and outro music is provided to us by our editor, TDBTyler. To get more involved with the Shifty Key Podcast, you can answer the questions for the audience asked by our guests, or even ask the cast a question of your very own, either here in the YouTube comments or in our Rooster Teeth group. To keep updated with this channel's shenanigans, you can follow us on Twitter, join and watch our group on Rooster Teeth, or simply subscribe. All links will be in the description. Until next week, goodbye.
I forgot the Gaff's here. She's the one that keeps on saying
Yeah,
tit.
Gaff can do the tit today.
Sorry.
Okay, I can do the tit today.
It's just Luís has been
That
filling
was
in
bad
for you.
phrasing.
Luís has been filling in and being like, oh yeah, I'll say tit at the end of every podcast. When you do it, I forget it's you that started this. Jeez.
No,
Horde.
Tyler, it's tit.
Huh?
It's tit, not jizz.
I said jeez. Don't even go
Gee.
there, you disgusting person.
Jeez.
I said jeez. As in Jesus.
Right.
Someone help.
Okay, so about to wrap up.
You rapped. Don't you dare say tit.
Gaff.
Nope. You're not getting last word. Mm-hmm. No. I can edit it.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
Gaff, come on.
That you have to do very hard. You know, like you have to stop recording. That's in the drop-down menu. I can say stuff. Nah, this is ended. 2-hour-long podcast just because of the ending.
And the years stop coming, and then they don't 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 stop.
The best.
The best, 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 the best. That's a great song, by the way.
I love that. I love that he gets through the whole song and then goes to the best, the best, and then doesn't stop.
The best of you.
Luís, are you okay, buddy?
Still waiting.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Apparently, Gaff has the full stop to this podcast, which is saying tit.